The following video you're about to see is a re-review of a film I had recently reviewed a couple months back, but it failed to catch on since it was a back-to-back review with its live-action counterpart. Well, sort of. Live-action version is what I really mean. So for now, I'm doing a re-review of this animated classic from Disney alone, okay? Thank you very much for your understanding and enjoy the video. So let's re-review Disney's 30th animated classic Beauty and the Beast, which is celebrating its 30th anniversary today. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings my fellow YouTubers and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name's Doyle, better known to you as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a re-review of the 1991 animated musical romantic fantasy flick Beauty and the Beast, released by Disney, produced by Don Hahn and directed by Gary Trousdale and Kirk Wise. This, of course, is the 30th Disney animated feature film and the third overall released during the Disney Renaissance period. Based on the 1756 French fairy tale of the same name and ideas from the 1946 French film of the same name, the film focuses on the relationship between the Beast, a prince who is magically transformed into a monster, and his servants into household objects as punishment for his arrogance, and a young girl named Belle, well, maybe not a young girl, but a young woman, not that, pardon that, please, okay, folks, who gets imprisoned in the Beast's castle. Well, anyway, this was a big success for Disney and what have you. It features an all-star cast of voices that includes Robbie Benson, Paige O'Hara, Richard White, Jerry Orbach, David Ogden Stiers, and Angela Lansbury. Anyway, let's just go ahead and get into it. Well, we probably know how this story starts. A prince who is completely arrogant and what have you. When he encounters a beggar woman at the door to his castle, he offers him a rose and for exchange for shelter from a storm. But when he refuses this, she reveals her true identity as a beautiful enchantress. And for the prince's arrogance, as well as being cruel and selfish, she transforms him into a hideous beast and placed a powerful spell on his castle and turned his servants into household objects. And cast a spell on the rose and warns the prince that if he could learn to love another and be loved in return before the last petal falls, then the spell would be broken. But if not, he would be doomed to remain a beast for all time. Years later, in a nearby village, Belle, the book-loving daughter of an inventor named Maurice, dreams of adventure. She frequently tries avoiding Gaston, a narcissistic hunter who wants to marry her because of her beauty. On his way to a fair to showcase his latest invention, an automatic woodchopper, Maurice gets lost in the forest and seeks refuge in the Beast's castle. But the Beast imprisons him for trespassing. When Maurice's horse, Philippe, returns without him, Belle ventures out searching for him and finds him locked in the castle dungeon. The Beast agrees to free Maurice if she takes his place as prisoner. Belle befriends the castle servants, Lumiere, the candelabra, Cogsworth, the clock, Mrs. Potts, the teapot, and her son Chip, the teacup. They serve her a dinner through song, which of course is the ever-popular Be Our Guest, which of course is one of the great songs, of course. You don't have to take my word for it, though. But She apparently breaks a little bit of something that the Beast warns her not to do. She could explore anywhere in the castle except the West Wing, which was forbidden, and finds the rose. But the Beast catches her and angrily forces her to flee. But to make matters worse, in the woods she is ambushed by a pack of wolves. But the Beast rescues her and is injured in the process. As Belle nurses his injuries, a spark develops between them, and as time passes, they begin to fall in love. Meanwhile, Maurice returns to the village and fails to convince the townsfolk of Belle's predicament. Hearing Maurice's statements about the beast, Gaston hatches a plan to blackmail Belle into marrying him. He bribes Monsieur d'Arc, the warden of the town's insane asylum, to have Maurice locked up as a lunatic. Before they can act, however, Maurice leaves for the castle to attempt a rescue alone. Alright, now for the ending. Final act, you know the procedure. You have 5 seconds to sub this video. Go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below. If you've seen the movie already, please continue on. Here we go. Okay, you've been warned. After sharing a romantic dance with the Beast, which of course we hear the theme song to the movie, Belle uses the Beast's magic mirror to check on her father and sees him collapsing in the woods. The Beast releases her to save Maurice, giving her the mirror as a souvenir. After Belle takes her father to the village, a band of villagers led by Gaston arrives to detain Maurice. Belle uses the mirror to show the Beast to the townsfolk, proving her father's sanity. Realizing that Belle loves the Beast, a jealous Gaston has her and her father locked in the basement and rallies the villagers to follow him to the castle to, as the next song goes, kill the Beast. With the help of Chip, who ended up being a stowaway, who arrived at their house as a stowaway, as I just mentioned, along with Maurice's wood chopping machine, Maurice and Belle escape and rush back to the castle. And soon, once Gaston and the townsfolk get into bring to the castle, the fun begins. Believe me, Lumiere, Mrs. Potts, Cogsworth, everybody gets into the act. Boy, it's really something. During the battle, as the Beast servants fend off the villagers, Gaston has finally encountered the Beast and attacks him in his tower, who is too depressed from Belle's departure to fight back, but regains his spirit upon seeing her return. He defeats Gaston but spares his life before reuniting with her. But Gaston, however, fatally stabs the Beast with a knife before the Beast knocks him over and Gaston falls to his death. The Beast dies in Belle's arms before the last petal falls. Belle tearfully professes her love to the Beast. And the spell is undone, reviving the Beast and restoring his human form along with all his servants in his castle. The Prince and Belle host a ball for the kingdom where they dance happily, which I gotta tell you, it's really something. Very good ending, of course. And what am I saying? Yeah, it is the ending. End of story, my friends. So what did I think of Beauty and the Beast? I'm going to say it's a masterpiece. I mean, I've watched it numerous times. I've seen it on video cassette, which I'm on to record since I never did get an actual physical copy. And I've watched it on TV. I've also watched it on Disney Plus. And I gotta say, it was really something. The film would actually be nominated at both the Golden Globes and the Academy Awards. It actually won for the Best Musical or Comedy, Best Motion Picture at the Golden Globes. First animated film ever to win in that category. It also became the first animated film to be nominated for the Best Picture at the Academy Awards. But it did win, where it didn't win, but it won the Best Original Score and Best Original Song for the title song, and received additional nominations for Best Original Song and Best Sound. A few years later, in April of '94, the film became Disney's first animated film to be adapted into a Broadway musical, which ran until 2007. Now, in 2002, the film was re-released and IMAX version, and include a new 5-minute musical sequence that had been cut from the film prior to its release called Human Again. But it was included in the musical. That same year, the film was selected for preservation in the U.S. National Film Registry by the Library of Congress for being culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant. After this, it got reissued in 3D in 2012 after the success of the 3D re-release of The Lion King, and then of course a live-action adaptation followed in 2017, which I'll re-review that later on as well. But for now, it's the original I'm sticking with because it's turning 30 today. Anyway, I really love the story for this. It's really something. It's written by numerous people, too many to mention. Well, the screenplay was written by Linda Wolverton from the story that done by several, but again, that's too many to mention. Alan Menken, who of course recently did the score for, well, one of Disney's recent hits, that of course was The Little Mermaid, and of course he'd go on to do the music for Disney's next film, Aladdin. Yep, this film was just so much fun, and it had some good music and what have you. Now, for the voice acting cast, I really loved Paige O'Hara voicing Belle. She was very good. And what can I say? Probably one of the most beautiful characters I've actually seen in a Disney animated feature. I think she'd probably be ranked as one of my favorite Disney princesses of all time. Maybe not. Oh well. I haven't really done a Disney princess ranking. Well, I've ranked the Disney princess films. I did it in a marathon. I did when I watched them on Disney Plus last year. Anyway, Robbie Benson voices the Beast. I have to say, he's really good. Just incredible. Richard White voices Gaston. Definitely one of the most, I don't know, craziest bad guys I've seen. Because he's more of a narcissist early on than a villain. But later on, well, you know what I mentioned earlier. Voicing Lumiere is Jerry Orbach, who of course would be famous on TV's Law and Order before he passed away years later. David Ogden Stiers, who was best known for his work on MASH, voices Cogsworth, very good performance. Angela Lansbury, who was still pretty big on CBS's Murder, She Wrote at the time, and of course this wouldn't be her first time doing a Disney flick. She also did the film Bedknobs and Broomsticks years before this. Next, we have Bradley Pierce voicing Mrs. Potts' son Chip. And I gotta say, both Lansbury and Pierce were both very good. I like them. Rex Everhart voices Maurice, very good. Jesse Corey as one character I failed to mention in the story, and that was Gaston's goofball of a sidekick, LeFou. Yeah, he looks up to Gaston as his hero and sings a song with the other villagers to cheer him up when he's all depressed. Let's see. Hal Smith does the vocal effects for Philippe the horse. There's also the wardrobe in the Beast Castle, who's voiced by funny gal Joanne Worley. And, well, there's lots of other voice actors. Also, we even have the late, great Tony Jay as Monsieur d'Arc. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Of course, he'd later go on to voice the bad... Well, he would go on to voice a bad guy. Of course, a few years later, he'd go on to voice Judge Frollo in The Hunchback of Notre Dame, and he'd also voice Shere Khan in The Jungle Book 2 as well. Yes, just so I give you a heads up on that. But anyway, the film was still a big success, and overall, it has gone to make $440 million overall. I think by yes, well, thanks to its re-releases. Overall, when it originally came out, it went on to make 331 million worldwide, but it's now gone to make it to 440 due to the re-releases of the film. I gotta say, it's just so good. It of course would rank as the third most successful film in '91, losing to Terminator 2: Judgment Day and Robin Hood: Prince of Thieves. But however, it was the most successful animated Disney film release and the first animated feature to reach 100 million in the US. Yes. Really something, and its soundtrack's really good. It, of course, had a pop version of the Beauty and the Beast theme done by French-Canadian superstar Celine Dion and R&B star Peabo Bryson. After this, there would be some direct-to-video sequels, one being Beauty and the Beast: The Enchanted Christmas, which I know its anniversary is next year, but I think I might just get a head start and do a review of that next month, perhaps. Plus, there was, let's see, Belle's Magical World, which came out the next year, and Belle's Tales of Friendship. Now, Belle's Magical World was supposed to be a film that would serve as a lead-in to a Beauty and the Beast cartoon, but, well, never made it. Now, all three take place in the timeline of the original film. But there was, however, a TV series in live action form called Sing Me a Story with Belle. I've only seen a few bits and pieces of that show. So anyway, with a great cast, great characters, great story, great music, etc., 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 would I recommend Beauty and the Beast? The answer is yes. Most definitely. One of the greatest Disney animated features there ever was. I mean, but soon it would be, well, getting more to come out with their next ones in Aladdin and The Lion King. But anyway, which I've already talked about those. But anyway, Beauty and the Beast, check it out if you haven't. But I'm sure a lot of y'all have seen it. I know a lot of y'all have. So if you have, let me know what you thought about Beauty and the Beast in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I continue the Harry Potter franchise with Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Thanks for watching, and if you like this, you may want to consider checking out my reviews of these two Disney flicks that follow Beauty and the Beast, which I just brought up. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of Aladdin. The upper right-hand corner is my review of The Lion King. Or if you want something that's not Disney, go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my review for this film that actually came out the same day Beauty and the Beast did, which was November 22nd, 1991. That was An American Tale, 50 Goes West. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.